This is the Moodle remote learning course. We're not here to talk about this. We're here to talk about Jamboard, the Android edition, which is I like a lot. I think it's pretty cool. How you get to an Android app typically is if you've downloaded it. This is the Play Store here, and then they all go into what they call your app drawer, which is all here, just like a phone. Okay, I've made a folder. Whoops, I've made a folder, and that folder is right here. I have mine open, so I'm going to click on it. This is Jamboard. I'll go back to the beginning. This is what it'll look like in the beginning. To make a Jamboard, you go over here and click this. Right here, this is a plus sign down here. These are all my jams. I used Jamboard a lot when I was dealing with groups and with just individuals. I would put questions on the board and ask them to respond to what's the answer to the question, and we see if there's any commonalities between it. That way you're allowing kids to see other students' work, and they start to adopt some of the same phrasing and stuff like that. We would also do it for brainstorming sessions and some other things. So that's a couple uses. Like I said, I'm going to try to put some in the references. This is really useful. It would work on any Chromebook that does Android apps, but a Chromebook that has a touch screen is going to be better. If you are so that's the idea. If you have an iPad, it will also work. So you're going to see it is the same pretty much, except I like the fact that if you look all the way around, it is all white everywhere. So you don't have those frames like you do on the web app. It's a little bit different because it's a tablet. That's to join a Jamboard, which you probably will never see a Jamboard around our school. It's about $5,000. Here's the idea though. If you want to copy the jam, we can make a copy. We can rename it. We can delete it. We can add people to collaborate. So multiple people can be working on this at the same time. So another example of why this would be great is if we have math teachers and you get into a conversation or a Google Meet with somebody, you could open up a Jamboard and share your entire desktop and start working through problems with them. You can add it as starred. You can share the jam as a PDF or each frame, which is a slide. Some people would call it as a page, or you can share each frame as an image. It's up to you. So now on the other side, you're going to see this all looks the same, except it gets a little bit deeper. If we click on this, we get all the same stuff here, pens, colors. The fun part is down here. So it says assistive drawing tools. These tools have been in like experimental mode for Google for a long time. So I'm just going to hit the blue, and then I'm going to go to this, which changes text to text. So if you write hello, it'll know you said hello, and you can say, how are you? It starts to understand that it's all one thing, and you can see it grouped all the words together. And then if you want, whoops, that was we'll undo that. Undo and redo are right here. Undo it. And if we want to, we click on this as our grabber, and we can move it down so it's even with that. Okay, so it looks like a sentence. So if you want to be able to turn your horrible handwriting into text, and my handwriting, some of you have seen, is pretty horrible. When I try this off camera, it looks pretty good. Next thing here is the shape generator. So it will know that if I'm trying to draw, and sorry about the webcam part, if I'm trying to draw a square, if you want a perfect square, it has to be fairly perfect to come out. If you want a circle, it'll get it. If you want an oval, it'll get it as well. So you can get shapes. You can't change the shape per se, but you can make it, if you click on it and we do this, you can make it bigger and smaller. This is pinch to zoom, and you can rotate it around however you want. So it's a pretty nice little feature there. The last one is the fun one you can have fun with and see how good it is it tries to determine what you're trying to draw. So let's say I'm trying to draw a kitty cat. You can see it picks cats and then spiders. So if I click on that, then it imports it in. It is again a pinch to zoomable thing where I tap that, I go, and I can bring it and twist it however I want. It's a pretty cool feature. Okay, next is the eraser. The eraser is just like the eraser. It will not erase any of this stuff that is made into text or solids. So you'd have to tap again and clear the page. The next piece is your cursor, which I also call your grabber. So if you want to grab something, that grabbed it, and now I can move it around. To pull it off, that's to trash. If I pull it to the side, it will eventually turn blue. Sometimes it will. And see the blue over there pop up. If I get it in the blue, it will take it to the next slide. Okay, so that's those. This is the laser pointer where if you want to make somebody focus on something, you can circle it like that. The next is these down here, this menu that pops up. These are all the inserts, which is kind of fun too. I'll do this one, these couple, and then we'll move on to a different slide. We can put in sticky notes still, so, oops, not heck, hello. But now you can see, and I don't need that one, you can see that it's designed for touch so that there is no toggles around it to make it bigger and smaller, because you should be able to do this, okay, and pinch to zoom. And then if you want to duplicate it or delete it, however you want to do it, and you can edit it because you can change the color to, let's say, pink, and then you click outside of it and you got it, okay? So that's these tools here plus sticky note. If we go to the next page, I'll show you, we can do images. Let's say we want to do a tiger. So this is searching Google Images. I can just pull the tiger right out. And then I tap the screen, the menu goes away. I tap my little arrow here so I can pick this. I tap on it, and now I can pinch to zoom it. And I can go over to my pens if I want, make it white, and say, ooh, scary. And did I pick it? Oh, I didn't pick it. If I pick it and say, ooh, scary. There we go. It kind of picked it up, the scary it picked up as a thing. So you can see, like, we can delete this one. You can see it's kind of a hit and miss sometimes, especially if you have bad handwriting. But there you go. You can annotate pictures if you want. And if you're stuck with this A and you want to turn it off, my best suggestion is just click on that pen. It'll pull up suggestions, but it allows you to write freeform. So you can say hello. And it's not going to change any of it, because you'll notice that this will get stuck on and you'll have to get rid of it. And sometimes if you close it and then click out, it will go away, and sometimes it won't. It's a little buggy in that respect, but it works well. If you go to the next one, right, we've got Google Drive. So I can pick something from my Google Drive. Now it's opening a different app, and I can help you get this all set up if you are interested in it. This is Jamboard demo. I'm going to just pick this and hit select down here. How this works is you're like, it's too small. And if you try to pinch to zoom in, it won't work. You have to click expand. Now what it does is it gives you all the slides in the slideshow. Then what you can do is you can pull a slide off, close it down, take that, put it to the next. Whoops, I missed. Oops, I'm not on the, notice if you have problems, always go back to the arrow. And you can grab it and hold it there. It's being a little stubborn. You just got to hold it in the blue, and it'll eventually take it over to the blue, and then you can pull it out. And then what you have on this slide is you have a slide that you can make bigger now. And if you want to annotate, you can annotate it and say, hello, class. And then notice how it's not changing anything because it's on the magic pen, but I want it to change. So I'm going to put it back on this, and I'm going to do this and go, how are you? And it gets it, and I can put a question mark at the end. There you go. So you can annotate as you go through a presentation. To get the next slide, you just click on your arrow again, click here, expand. Here's my next slide, close it, take this over, and you just got to get it right in the blue, and it'll take it back, and then you go back, and you make it big. So you can move back and forth and get it so students can do it and you can write on it. Let's see, the next thing here is camera I can't do, but you could take pictures of yourself. Image library is if there is something on the computer that you've saved, like you've done a screenshot and you want to show people, you can do that. Like here's the logo of the school. So that's now on the spread, on the, whoops, I missed it. Now it's behind. So I can now make that bigger and show up on top. And it's layers, so you can make things disappear. And the last thing here is the stickers. So if I wanted to put a thumbs up, I just click the sticker and it puts it right there. And I can move the thumbs up to wherever I want, and I can duplicate it or delete it. Why is that important? Because let's say you wanted to talk about, and here's my thing over here, talk about somebody's paper. I'm just going to pull in a quick paper. It's a lab right up for me. I go Jamboard demo. Here it is. It's a Google Doc. I hit select. So now I'm just going to pull out one page, expand. I don't want to expand. Expand. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't want to because it's loading the doc in. I'll close that out and I'll move it off to the side. Then what you can do is you can expand it out, and now I will turn this off so it doesn't change it into words. I can start going like this and saying, oops, I left it in white. And going, good. Fix. Right there, put a paragraph. So you could annotate their slot, their paper form, and then share the paper back with them if you want to do it that way, if you're more comfortable handwriting. Again, you need a touch screen. But if you have one, if you have an iPad, you can do this all the time. That is Jamboard Android edition. Okay, and then if you wanted to put a sticker on their thing and say that's a good check right there, and that's a sad face right there. So now what you can do is you can move these around. And then if you ever want to trash anything, you just click on, oops, again, got to click on the clicker. You just click on the thing you want to do and see how it popped blue, red, blue. You take it to where you want, takes it away. Or if I want to move this over here, I take it into the blue. Just hold it barely in the blue and it goes over, and then you have to move it to where you want. That is Jamboard Android Edition. I hope you found that useful. I'll see you later.